Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Courtney here. And the first thing I want y'all to understand is to just really know that you're not in this alone. Like, you're not going through whatever you're going through right now in this moment, good or bad, by yourself. Like, the space that you're in right now is not the only space that this world will provide for you. This is one of the most ultimate times in your life where you will be found, truly. Being found by your opportunities, being found by your purpose, or just your true spirit. What your truest self is asking of you is to just be open to that. And that's why in today's video, I just want to touch on some ways on you can just understand why the world may not revolve around you, or how you've come to a place where you've been lost. Like, some things to just remember and to just, take in. So if you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you get notified when I post a new video, and let's get into it, man. As you understand that you're not the only one going through this situation, also recognize that it's okay. It's okay to be able to feel this way. Just relax. It's okay to be in a place where you have to figure out what's making you wander or making your mind just go all over the place. There are going to be times where you really need to be alone. Improving yourself and the world around you starts with a drastic change within yourself. Like, I thought I could automatically bring about success, genuine love and prosperity just by going out and having fun and being with those who I care about, and just having that social aspect of your life to where that you're relieving some stress and pain. But when you come back from having all that fun and you having all that that social aspect of life, do you really feel fulfilled, or do you feel like, oh man, you may be second guessing on how much fun you may have had, or just how you feel? So sometimes that when you feel that way with it after having that that experience of going out and chilling and having some fun, you may need to also just tap into yourself and just spend time with yourself so you can be a better person and be open to those social companionships with other people. Use this as a self-directing guide. Like, you have to go through it to grow through it. This may be a time where you're in search of something that'll bring out impactful and positive actions of yourself. This is good because you're trying to grow. Like, our strongest revelations come about when we're at a meditative state with ourselves. Being lost or feeling alone really brings out the truth. Like, it's cool to be around people who give you, good vibes and good company, and who comfort you and care for you, but it can also be a distraction. We often bury our negative emotions with a sense of comforting emotions. And this then tells you that there has to be a balance of being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's a surreal feeling. Like, it's valid to be uncomfortable. And that's why I love and truly cherish the power of solitude. Like, it gets you to the point and forces you to really deal with your problems. Understand that you have more control than you think. I always thought that once you're in a low or lost state, it gives you the right to view everything as negative. I was told today that your attitude determines your altitude. No one can really force a feeling on you but yourself. You have the choice to react. And this is where what you're invested in to help you stay in control comes in. Like, part of life is self-improvement and investing in oneself so you can improve, so that you do get closer to your truest self, like-minded people, and God. Embrace the freedom of being alone. Like, most people, they need validation from others, and when they don't get it, they easily fall into the trap of just being lost and being alone. Maybe enjoying the fact that you don't need everyone that you care about to support your decisions or your ideas. Removing the validation from others really puts you in a space where you can create your own lane and think for yourself. Be aware of the person you are now. Like, me personally, I know that life circumstances can steer us away from being that person that others may know us out to be. But that's why it's important to just learn to accept that people change over time. Like, you will change. Flaws and all, accept the new you and the improving you. You're improving to be a new person, and realizing that life is about change and how we truly react to that change, whether that's for the better or for the worse. Continue to do and be your best. When you feel lost, you start to feel defeated. You tend to not care about what's going on or what you have planned, and your confidence is then low at that point. It's important that you don't let this state or this stage in your life take away your sense of worth. Like, you're still worthy. Everyone on this earth is worthy, but it's a matter of us being to acknowledge that and continue to stay at that point of wanting to change and wanting to improve. Always be the best version of yourself, and others will then just admire the determination you have in spite of all the obstacles you've faced. And to continue to do your best and live your best life, you have to be open to stepping out of your comfort zone. Now, this is one thing that I touch on a lot, like in life. I always ask people, what's the most valuable thing you have? And a lot of people say, you know, something like they're like objects or something that's materialistic. But I truly think it's time. Time, and it is. I honestly believe that, like, time is the most valuable thing you have. So one thing that I want to touch on in this video, and when you're feeling, lost or down, is to really, truly, value your time. There's value in those, like, past life situations that you went through, but don't dwell on them and just sit in a complacent state. Try to, learn and improve from them. Like, it's easy to, like, mope and complain and just, like, dwell on those past situations when you're at a low state. And this only just continues the situation of being alone or being lost. And that's why you truly have to put one foot in front of the other and acknowledge every positive step you take. Like, that's super important. Everything happens for a reason. Every experience you have is meant to teach you. And then that lesson is to be, passed on to others so they can learn from it. Sometimes you are fortunate enough to figure out, that lesson that you went through. Or other times, those hard times or those lessons or those situations happen not to you, but for you, so you can pass it on to others and help others, gracefully learn from that situation. That's why I think it's important that we all understand that we're all servants of God. We're all servants of each other. We all help each other and need each other. That's super important. And I think it's also good that you journal, like, during this time of being at a low state. Like, write down your thoughts, record them, put them down so you can see them. And as you grow and as you progress and overcome those obstacles, you're going to be at awe when you just look how far you've came, and you're going to be like, oh man, that wasn't that bad. Or, like, you can be a light for others. And that's the most beauty of being in a low state. It'll also help you understand, like, who you are, what makes you feel the way you feel, and what makes you think the way you think. And lastly, I would say, if anything, if you continue to be at a state of being lost or being alone, if the problem still persists, ask for help. Like, I've been at a point where I didn't want to ask for help, or you would, you just feel like you ruining somebody's parade, or, throwing out your problems out to everybody by just telling them what's wrong, or telling them how you feel and how you going through something. Like, I think that feeling alone or feeling lost in life is common for everybody, because we all trying to find our truest selves and trying to find our purpose. But I think it really happens for a short period of time, especially if you're trying to progress and trying to figure out what's the meaning of life, or how do you feel fulfilled. Like I said, if the problem still continues, or it has a strong, like, effect on your life to where you feel like you're not really in control of it, or you think you need somebody to lift you up, ask for help, especially those people who you feel that you can trust, and they can give you their best, interest and their best judgment on the situation. Or even just seeking therapy, because I think a lot of times we all try to, like, degrade therapy, or degrade, talking and going through our thoughts. And so I end on this to say that feeling lost, feeling alone can be and will be, in most places in your life, the most painful and the most hardest like thing you go through throughout your life. However, these feelings can serve as a catalyst for change only if you acknowledge it. Like if you're a person who's lost or in a state of feeling alone, or the world is not in your favor, if you're acknowledging that and acknowledging your flaws, or acknowledging that you're needing something or in search of something, you're in the best place, you're in the best spot, and then you're able to act on it, because without even acknowledging it, you can't even lead to having an action, and no action is no step forward. So I would say that you should just try, just try to figure it out. And if you need a helping hand, seek it. Seek to find yourself, like seek to be found, and you'll be all right. So if you're new here, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you get notified whenever I drop a new video. Anyone, just comment down below how you felt about this video, as far as being alone. Have you ever been in that state, or just feeling lost or not having a certain direction? And let me know if these tips helped you. I'll see you in the next video, and love y'all.